For the past 2 centuries, Torshelley House has stood overlooking a deep loch in the Scottish Highlands. Its new master was Lord Torshelley, an Englishman. The local population perceived him as both reclusive and eccentric. Rumors surfaced that the new master practiced the dark arts. The Order of the Azure Mist recognized him as a sadist under the real name Carol Wayside. 4 members of this order set out to visit his Highland residence, hoping to dissuade him from his delusions of summoning a higher angel. Research suggested that such an endeavor would result in summoning something entirely evil. Detective Robert MacDonald of the Inverness Constabulary felt reassured by the weight of a revolver in his pocket. Major retired Roderick Flewelling, a former Grenadier Guard, walked briskly up the road, puffing on a cigar. He knew precisely where his revolver was, should the need arise. Mr. Everett Holloway, an academic occultist and lecturer, hummed nervously in the growing dusk. He hoped to reason with Lord Torshelley. And Miss Sarah Winthrop, the final member of this group, a mystic with experiences in dark realms and a yearning for the numbing effects of heroin to escape the darkness. She believed there was no hope for the increasingly unstable Englishman residing in Torshelley House. Welcome to Nosh Solo.
Gosh, really got some nice toys here.
And he succeeds by 8, and that includes the effect from his shock. So Sarah is going to have to either dodge and drop, because her lash won't allow her to parry an attack like that. And I don't know why Sarah's at half move and dodge. Let's see here. Yeah, no, she's not at... we're going to correct that. So she is going to fling herself to the ground. So she'll fling herself over here. So dodge and drop gives her a +3. She will burn another fatigue point for a feverish defense. Let's see if she dodges the attack. And she does. Success by 3. Okay. Yep. Because shock doesn't... well, that's not her. That's Carol. Okay. We'll continue. Roberts MacDonald, the detective, is unconscious. Sarah is now on the ground, and she is going to try to hit him with yet another lash. So let's see how she does. I think because they're literally looking at each other at this point, I'm not going to put any modifiers down to hit the torso at this point. So she possibly hits him. So Carol, if he burns more fatigue, he's going to really risk pushing himself to unconsciousness. And he's at half dodge, so he's going to have to use that bolt again to try to parry. Okay, so he's at -3 because he's prone. And let's see if he can parry this. And he succeeds by 4. So the damage she does is 1d crushing. So again, the airwaves fly out from her chest, hit him squarely in his chest, or fly out from her forehead, hit him squarely in the chest, doing 5 crushing. That's the best I think she's done yet. But it's going to be at a reduced by 2 for his damage dice. So that's still 3 points of damage she does to him. And he's now at a third of his hit points. So he will be also at -3 shock in the next round. Okay. So we'll carry on down the line. Everett's unconscious. We have a new turn. So this is the last turn that the major is stunned. Okay, so we'll carry on down the line, although he's again on fire. So I got to roll again for fire damage. So that would be 1 point of minimum of burning damage against him. Okay, so Carol is going to he is going to burn yet another fatigue point. He really wants to try to take Sarah out. So here he goes. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he does all right. Maximum of 8. So Sarah, she will have to burn another fatigue point for feverish defense. That brings her down to half move and dodge. So if she doesn't, her dodge is 8 at -3. I think she's not going to burn anything. Let's see if she can defend against this. So she fails by 7. So he does 2d burning on her. And that's 5 points minus her ergokinetic shield, which means she only takes 1 point of damage. Okay, let's carry on down the line. Yep, the detective's unconscious. And Sarah is going to be at -1 for shock on her next turn. Okay, so Sarah, what do you got? You're going to burn some more. Okay, that's right. That'll take it a half move and dodge. Okay, so she's going to try to hit him one more time with the lash here. And succeeds by 2. Carol is going to burn another fatigue point to get a +2 for feverish defense on his parry with the bolt. And he succeeds. So the damage she does is 5. And with the 2 from his bolt, that's 3 more points of damage. So he's now at -1. And he will have to roll to stay conscious on his next turn. And he will also be at -3 for shock in next round. Okay. Everett's unconscious. We have a new turn. So on this turn, this is where the major can try to break the mental stun. So let's see, first of all, I'm going to add the stun effect, or not the stun, the shock effects to these people. So we're going to put a -3 on Carol. And we're going to put a -1 on Sarah. Okay. So, Major, can you break your mental stun? This will be an IQ check. Let's start there. Failed by 1, remains stunned, and therefore cannot do anything but take a do-nothing maneuver. We'll roll damage for the fire. Nice. So that's going to be 2 more points of damage. He doesn't suffer from shock, but he is now at half move and dodge because of his injuries. Okay. We come to Carol. He is going to have to roll to stay conscious. So we're going to go down to his abilities tabs, to other, and do a consciousness check. Critically succeeds. So he is, he is a sharp tack right now, all despite the injury. Okay, so Carol's at -3, so I'm going to throw the -3 shock mod right now. Well, go for broke, buddy. He is going to burn more fatigue, And he's going to try to hit Sarah with his bolt. And see if he does it. And he does. Succeeds by 5. So Sarah, again, will be at -3 for her defense roll. And yeah, she could burn fatigue for a little feverish defense there. Let's see if she dodges it. And she doesn't. She critically fails. Well, she's on the ground anyway. Doesn't matter. Okay, so what does he do for burn damage on her? He does 4 points, which does nothing because of her ergokinetic shield. So she takes no damage. Awesome sauce. All right. The detective is unconscious. And Sarah, what does she do? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll go to combat on Sarah. She's going to burn another fatigue point. This takes her down to 1 fatigue point. And she is going to try... Now, she's in shock for -1, so I'll add that. She's going to try to hit him with the lash. One last time. And she succeeds by 2. Carol will be at -3 for being on the floor. And he could still burn some more fatigue for feverish defense. So that's what he'll do. We'll give him a +2 for that. And let's see if he burns, possibly parries us with his bolt. And he does. So what damage does she do? 3, minus the 2 from his damage dice. So that's 1 point to him. Okay. And Everett's unconscious. We got a new turn. So, can the Major break his stun? And he does. He succeeds by 0. Okay, so that is over with. Okay, so he is on fire. Okay, so he is going to try to bat out these flames. So he will do a ready maneuver. It's going to be dexterity -2. Let's see if he can bat out the flames. And he fails. So he's going to take another 1d -4 damage, minimum of 1 point. So he's now at 10 points of injury and he's down to 1 hit point. Okay. Carol, do you stay conscious or not? Oh, I'm not going to roll from there. I'm going to roll from this tab here. And he does. Succeeds by 3. Okay. So, Carol, let's see. He is going to try to, torch Sarah again. So he's got 1 fatigue point left. He's holding on to his consciousness, and out of pure spite and wrath, he'll try to hit her again. Let's just see a second here. Did I forget to add some shock? Yes, I did, because she did a minimum of 1 point on him last turn. So I will add a -1 to this roll. Okay, here we go. See if he can torch Sarah before he passes out. And he succeeds. So Sarah, she is going to burn another point of fatigue. That takes her to 0 fatigue points for a +2 for feverish defense on her dodge. Now, what happens when you hit 0? I'm still going to give her the dodge here. So failed by 5. So even with the +2, she would have failed. So what damage does he do? Oh, he does 9 points of burning damage. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay, so 9 points on Sarah, and yeah, we'll apply that. Her ergokinetic shield is going to take 4 of that off. So Sarah is now at -1 hit points. And I believe that would constitute a, let's see, is that a major wound? I don't think it is. No, because it wasn't greater than half her hit points. However, she will have to roll against health to not be, roll against health next turn to not be stunned. And she will be at -4 for shock on her next turn. So Sarah is on the verge of collapse, both because she's at fatigue points of 0. She's also at -1 hit points. So any second now, she could just collapse. If she continues to burn fatigue points, or somehow lose fatigue points, it's now going to translate into damage. She'll take actual physical damage. Okay, so we go to Detective Roberts, who's unconscious, and we come to Sarah. So this technically is Sarah's next turn, and so she's going to have to roll against health to stay conscious. Now, she does succeed with her health check to stay conscious. So basically, Sarah cannot use her abilities. She has no more quote-unquote power to power these abilities. And as I can't find any quick and fast rules about whether Sarah can burn hit points to power her psionics, I don't think so. I think it really just can't be done. Sarah cannot do much more. She could move a hex and try to enter into close combat with him. But I also take it that she is on partial fire now because of the amount of burning damage that exceeded what her ergokinetic shield could stave off. So I need to add that partially on fire here to Sarah as well. So, my gosh, look at this. Combat has just drawn them down to generally all of them are going to fall unconscious here. And I have a feeling that the poor major just may burn to death unless his clothes stop burning. But let's carry on. Let's see what happens. So Everett is unconscious and we have a new turn. So, the major is down to 1 hit point. He needs to try to knock this fire out. And that requires a dex check at -2. Can he pull it off? Let's see. He succeeds by 1. So he manages to take a ready maneuver and beat the flames out, rolling around on the floor as well. But he is badly burned at this point, very badly burned. We go now to Carol, who needs to make a consciousness check. And he's only at -2 for hit points, so there's no modifier to his consciousness check. But let's see if he remains conscious. And he very much remains conscious. Okay, so let's see here. He is not in shock. He still has 1 point of fatigue. He's conscious. And he is going to hit, I think he's going to hit Sarah again with another blast from his pyrokinetic bolt. So here we go. And that's a hit. That takes him to 0 fatigue points. And let's see if Sarah can... let's see if Sarah can possibly dodge this. She's at -3. She can't burn fatigue points. So, yeah. Let's see how she does. And she fails. Critically fails. Understandably so. So he does... another 9 points of burning damage. And so Sarah, she is going to be at, let's see here. So that's 5 in total that's going to hit her. So she'll be at -6 now for hit points. She's taken 16 points of damage. And that's another 5 points of burning damage on her clothing. So I'm just going to rule that she's continues to be partially on fire at this point. And yeah, because she was taking all these hits to the chest. So I don't think it's really going to say she's totally on fire. But she'll be at -4 for shock in the next round. Okay, and so we continue forward here. The detective is unconscious. Sarah has to roll to see if she stays conscious. So we'll go to her abilities tab. Here we go. And she stays conscious. This is incredible. Sarah can try to do a ready maneuver and beat out the fire. So we'll put a -2 here into the mod box. Dex -2, and she fails by 2. So she will not be able to get this fire out. Everett is unconscious. We go to a new turn. So we're going to drop a -4 shock modifier for Sarah. And, okay, so the Major, he is down to 1 hit point. He is very much conscious, although badly burned. He is going to take an aim maneuver at Carol, because I believe he has 3 shots left in his pistol. I believe. Let's see if I'm right. He should have. Yep. So yeah, fighting through the pain, he takes an aim at Carol. I think when the time comes for a shot, I'll also add the brace. Carol, do you stay conscious? All right, you've got nothing to fuel your psionic abilities at this point. Let's see what happens. Consciousness check for Carol. And he fails by 3. So at long last, Carol just hits his head hits the floor. He falls unconscious. All right. So I will add the unconsciousness modifier to him. And let's see. So unconscious. There we go. All right. So Roberts is unconscious. Sarah, do you manage to stay conscious? Let's see what happens here. Consciousness check. Yes, she does. Okay, so she's going to try to do another ready maneuver. Now I have to correct myself. She's at 0 fatigue points. So anything she tries to do with 0 fatigue points requires a will roll to stay conscious. So, does Sarah stay conscious to beat the flames out? She does. So, Dex -2. Here we go. And she fails. So she will take 1d minus 4, minimum 1 point. Kinetic shield technically is still up because I believe she needs to be unconscious for that to drop. Oh yeah, and she was at minus 4 anyway for shock, so moot point. Moot point. Okay, and Holloway's unconscious. So, Major retired. He will continue to aim because I think at this point he's wanting to see if Carol's going to move. Carol's unconscious. The detective's unconscious. Sarah. Okay, so once again, she has to make a will roll. No, first of all, she's got to make a health roll to stay conscious. So let's start there. And she fails. So now she falls unconscious. She's partially on fire. Okay. So I'm going to add the unconsciousness to her. Okay. So I find this very interesting because the soldier, the retired major, has hung on to his ability to stay in the fight with 1 hit point remaining. Carol Weissate passes out, and we'll remove all the, well, we won't remove the prone, but we'll remove the targets from him anyway. And Sarah passes out. So, and she's partially on fire. So we'll remove the targets that she had. And Everett's unconscious as well. Okay. So I'm just going to move down here to the major. And I think at this point he is going to take a maneuver to step up and start to move over to Sarah. However, I have to roll 3 dice to see if, with all this psionic energy and activity, to see if something is attracted. And remember I said maybe, just maybe, Weissate had actually conjured or called something into being. So as it says here, roll 3d. Once any battle in which psi was used at all, after any battle, and the odds rise to 9 or less in the locale where such dangers are present already. Well, let's just see for fun. 9 or less. What do you think's going to happen, folks? Here we go. Oh, rolled a 10. So, the major will save the day. He will move over. He will bat the flames out on Sarah. And he will cuff Carol. And he will begin to do what he can to save people's lives, as badly injured as he is. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this venture into psionics using the Dungeon Fantasy rules. It was my first foray into this, so I probably made some mistakes, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same, and thank you for watching.